Hey guys, welcome to another edition of GamingNight. This is another edition of awesome board games in my collection. And we're going to be talking about Claustrophobia here. Claustrophobia is a two-player isometric game where one player is going to play some condemned redeemers, and basically they are going to be sent out to destroy some monsters or demons, as they're called in the game. They're called troglodytes, and you also have a main demon player. Now, as the troglodyte player, you will have a special board here, and you'll get so many dice that you roll the dice, and the results will depend on what abilities you will get for that turn. You also get a hand of cards that will help you stop the players from winning. So you'll have different types of abilities, possessed characters, underground hunter. It'll tell you which one you have. Demons of destruction. So each one of them will do different things. I'm trying to see if I can. Demons of combat. And you'll get these special cards as well. Like, so you'll have certain stats for your monsters for that game. But you can play cards like Lost, that you basically will pick the tile that they explore next when they explore. Dark Destiny, you play this card just after rolling the dice of Destiny. Choose one die of Destiny and change the score to the score of your choice. Terror, play this card during the threat phase. Move a condemned warrior of your choice to a neighboring tile connected by an opening without applying the blocking rule. So these are ways to just kind of do different things to help you accomplish your goal of destroying the players. And then there's critical hit. Play this card when applying the result of a hit. You can choose a line of action that will be canceled, or play during the threat phase. A warrior of your choice loses his bodyguard talent. So you have all these little different cards you can get to get an advantage over the players. Now, with that being said, the other player gets special cards as well. They might get equipment like a blunderbuss, shield of steel. They'll get some kind of equipment, as well as a holy gift. And these are represented by different dice numbers. So you have to have your character has to roll 6 and have that, and the character has a 6 on their inside their characters. Will have those stats, so they'll get those. As well, now, characters, when they get certain to find treasure in the game, they'll get cards. Like they get like an oil lamp, that'll give them some stuff, or fleeing ability. So they're not completely unarmed. So yeah, the troglodyte. So for example, it says two dice with odd scores. The troglodyte will gain +1 movement during the next action phase, or you can get 2 terror points to spend. And you can roll a trap if you get 12 plus on your dice results. A human warrior of your choice suffers a hit. The human player chooses a line of action that will be canceled. So you can play some nasty cards. So anyways, you have like characters like Condemned Blade for Hire. So you'll have this thing right here, and you'll take one of these for each of the characters you use. You'll take one of these trays. You'll plop it in just like so. And I like this mechanic a lot. So if you have 4 heroes, you'll roll 4 dice. And if I got a 4, a 3, and 4s and 3s, I will allocate 1 dice per. So if I put a 4 for this guy, Condemned Higher, his stats for that round are going to be movement 2, combat 1, and defense 3. So you can be strategic on how you place your characters and the dice results. So from one game to the next, your character could be weak or strong based on what you do on that turn. So, you know, trying to allocate your dice in the right spot to give you an advantage. So if you're going to be attacked, you want to get your defense up higher, so it's harder for the other players, the monster, to attack you. And you'll be playing these are the little troglodytes, and they also have a giant demon monster that the demon player will be trying to break out on you here to hurt you. So the game is scenario based, and there's tons of tiles in the game. You'll get these tiles, and they'll have narrow hallway, booby traps. You might find treasure. They'll get to draw a card, and they all represent different things. So as the players are going around trying to search the area to complete their objective, the demon player is trying to do best to thwart or destroy the opposing player. As they take damage, they'll put these little pegs into one of their slots, and that line of action will be canceled, so everything will be 0. So as they're taking more damage, so when they're putting their dice to allocate, if it's in one of the slots that's got a red line, you have no choice, then they're gonna have like next to no actions whatsoever to do. I'm trying to remember what the it says if a cancel line of action matches die that the warrior was given during the initiative, they are not yet considered to be exhausted. A warrior is not only exhausted if they are given action die that matches previously cancel line of defense during the initiative phase. But yeah. But yeah, they have all these little different rules and stuff. And in each scenario, it plays differently. There'll be other rules. And then I got the expansion, Defrundus, which gives us these other Hounds of Hell, I believe they're what they're called. There's 2 of them. So, but it's really cool because you got all these different things you can do in the game, and you're trying to, like I said, overpower the people from the other player from accomplishing their goals. And the game's different every time because the tile setups can be different every time, so you're not always gonna draw the same tiles out because you're randomly setting them out, shuffling them up. So each game, sometimes the game will favor the demon player, and other times it'll favor the heroes. So, and your dice rolls play effect into it, but there's strategy and there's stuff you can do to negate the bad rolls and stuff. So you kind of just have to work with what you have. And I like the fact that the demon player has to roll his dice, then he allocates them where he wants them. So he can't do everything he wants to do during a turn. So he's got to be picky and choosy and pick what he thinks is going to best help him destroy the other player. So he can say, okay, if I can get a lot of cards right now, but are those cards going to be useful at this time, or should I damage one of the players now? Just one, it's just going to damage one of them. And then, okay, do I want to boost up make my troglodyte stronger? Do I want to get more points so I can put out more of the troglodytes? Because you use those troglodytes threat points to put out more creatures. So and they cost a different amount. So okay, when, and then also it's like, okay, when do I put out my big beast to destroy the heroes? Do I put out the demon out now, or do I wait till there's a certain tile that comes out so I can summon them? So there's this back and forth of these going on in the game, trying to figure out the best options you can have to with what you have to work with. So it's a very cool system for each player, because it's you're both rolling dice, you're allocating them for certain things. So you're always not going to have the best dice results. You could just roll all nothing but ones, and you could be really screwed. Or you could roll a whole bunch of sixes, and it's like, okay, these sixes could be good, but I need odds and I need an odd and even dice. I can't do this now. So there's all these different things you can do. So it's a really neat game, and I definitely would recommend it. It's a really good 2-player game. So if you if you like these kind of games, isometrical games, and don't mind the theme doesn't bother you, then I definitely would check it out. It's really cool. It's a good 2-player game. Takes up a lot of table space though, so because the map tiles are pretty big, so you might want to make sure you have a decent sized table to play this one. But it is fun. I definitely recommend it. It's really neat system, mechanics, and everything. So thanks again for watching. See you guys next time.